morning students. So today I am doing class for class 10. The topic is quadratic sorts. So in the last online class also we were doing the same topic, that is quadratic sorts. So let us work out exercise 9.3, that is page number 162. The book used here is GANIT PRAKASH for class 10 by West Bengal Board of Secondary Education. Okay. So let us do question number 10. Very short answer type question, that is VSA. Very short answer type question. So now this is number A, that is MCQ, multiple choice question. You have to choose the correct option. So 4 options are given out there and you have to choose only one correct option, right? So what is number 2? A number 2 here is, I gave you that number 1 homework, okay? So number 2 is, if P plus Q is equal to root over 13, and what is P minus Q given? It is root over 5. Then the value of PQ is what? A, B, C or D. A is 2, B is 18, C is 9 and D is 8. So which one is correct? You have to check it. So you have to do the solution out here, okay? So the solution is, so what is given here? P plus Q is equal to root over 13 and P minus Q is equal to root over 5, right? So you have to calculate or you have to get the value for PQ, okay? So in this case you should know this formula. The formula is P plus Q whole square is equal to P minus Q whole square plus 4PQ. You should know this formula, right? So I think you have done it in class 9, I think. Class 7, 8 or 9. It may be in 7 or 8, I think. Okay. So what is P plus Q whole square is equal to P minus Q whole square plus 4PQ. Or you may write this, this one also. P minus Q whole square is equal to P plus Q whole square minus 4PQ. You can write down this second formula also. That is P minus Q whole square is equal to P plus Q whole square minus 4PQ is also can be used. This P minus Q whole square is equal to P plus Q whole square minus 4PQ can be used also in this case. Okay. So you have to get the value for PQ. Use this one of these two formulae, right? So now we know that what do we know? P plus Q whole square is equal to P minus Q whole square plus this is your plus 4PQ. That is first formula is used, right? So what is P plus Q whole square? It is root over 13 whole square, which is equal to, what is P minus Q out here? It is root over 5 whole square plus this is your 4PQ. Is that clear to all of you? Now you can solve this equation to get the value for PQ, right? So let us simplify it. So now what is root over 13 whole square? It is 13, root 13 into root 13, root over 13 whole square, right? So what is root over 13 whole square? That is only 13. That is root over 169 is 13, isn't it? So is equal to, what is root 5 whole square? Which is equal to 5. Square root will be removed. Plus 4PQ. Plus 4PQ, right? So or 13 minus 5 is equal to 4PQ. That is 5 is taken to the left hand side, becomes minus 5, 13 minus 5. That is 8 is equal to 4PQ. Is that clear now? So you can get the value for PQ. That is 8 divided by 4. So that is on the right hand side. It is 4 into PQ. When this 4 is taken to the left hand side, you have to write it in the denominator. Right? So which is equal to PQ. Okay? So 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. That is PQ is equal to 2. Or that is PQ is equal to 2. Is that clear? So what is the value for PQ? It is 2. Which is the correct option out here? It is number A2. Number A2 is correct. That is number A2 is the correct answer. Is that clear to all of you? So you can copy it. So we'll do the next question now. So now we will do question number 10a MCQ number 3, right? So if a plus b is equal to root 5 and a minus b is equal to root over 3, then the value of a square plus b square is a or b or c or d. It may be 8, it may be 4, it may be 2, it may be 1. Which is the correct option? You have to choose it. Okay? So you have to choose the correct option out here. So you know the formula of a square plus b square, isn't it? That is a square plus b square is equal to, what is the formula? It is a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Right? A plus b whole square minus 2ab. This is the formula. So you know the value for a plus b, but we don't know the value for ab. So first of all, from these two given, you have to get the value for ab, right? As we have done in the previous one. That is in number 2, we calculated ab from the given values of a plus b as well as a minus b. So you know how to get the value for ab when a plus b and a minus b are given, right? So in this case, first of all you have to calculate the value for ab, right? So in order to get the value for ab from a plus b and a minus b, you have to use the formula a plus b whole square is equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab, right? This is the other formula. That is, we have just done in question number 2. This is the formula. This is the formula that we have done in question number 2. That is, a plus b whole square is equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab, right? So let us use this formula to get the value for ab first, because in order to get the value for a square plus b square, we need a plus b whole square minus 2ab. A plus b is already known out here, but we don't know the value for ab. To get the value for ab, we have to use this formula, right? So right now, we know that this is the solution. We know that. So what do we know? A plus b whole square is equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab. Alright? Is that clear? So a plus b whole square is equal to a minus b whole square plus 4ab, right? So what is a plus b whole square? It is root over 5 whole square is equal to, what is a minus b? It is root over 3 whole square plus 4ab. Let us simplify it. What is root 5 whole square? You know that it is 5. What is root 3 whole square? 3 plus 4ab, right? So 3 is taken to the left hand side, so it becomes 5 minus 3 is equal to 4ab. Is that clear to all of you? So next, what is 5 minus 3? It is 2 is equal to 4ab. Now 4 should be taken to the left hand side. So when it goes to the left hand side, you should write it in the denominator, because this is 4 into ab, right? So or 2 by 4 is equal to ab. That means what is the value for ab? ab is equal to what? It is half, right? So 2 by 4, you can cancel it by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. That is ab is equal to half, right? Now let us find out the value for a square plus b square. Now you know this formula. So therefore a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2ab. You know this formula, isn't it? So is equal to, what is a plus b whole square? It is root 5. Root 5 whole square, right? Minus 2 into, what is the value for ab? It is half. So here 2 gets cancels, right? So now is equal to, what is root 5 whole square? 5. Then that is minus 1. What is 5 minus 1? That is 4. So which is the correct option out here? That is number B. So therefore number B, 4 is correct. So number B, 4 is correct. Is that clear? So now we'll do the next question now. So now we will do next question, that is 10A number 4. This is also multiple choice question type. Okay. If we subtract root over 5 from root over 125, then the value is what? A, root over 80, B, root over 120, C, root over 100, D, none of these. So if we subtract root over 5 from root over 125, what do we get? Okay, that means हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ? root over 125 बाट कति subtract गर्नुपर्छ रे? root over 5 चाहिँ subtract गर्नु पर्यो. ठीक छ? You have to subtract root over 5 from root over 125. That means root over 125 बाट कति subtract गर्नुपर्छ? minus root 5 subtract गर्नुपर्छ. ठीक छ? त यो just 125 बाट 5 घटाउनु भनेको हैन है? That is wrong. Okay? Let us convert this first surds into a simple surd. That is root over 125 means 25 into what? 5, right? Root over 25. This root over 25 भनेको थियो 25 multiplied by 5. Is that clear? Minus root 5. We are converting this root over 125 into simple surd. Right? So root over 125 you can write it as, you can simplify it further, 25 multiplied by 5. Which is equal to, what is root over 25? What is square root of 25? 5, isn't it? This is 5 root 5 minus root 5. Okay? So what is this subtraction? 5 root 5 but root 5 घटाउँदा कति हुन्छ? If you subtract root 5 from 5 root 5, what do we get? What is 5a minus a? What is 5 apples minus 1 apple? 4 apple. Similarly, what is 5 root 5 minus root 5? It is 4 root 5. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? So now, 4 root 5 is not here. So what do we, what should you do in the next step? 4 is taken inside square root. If 4 is taken inside square root, it becomes 4 square, isn't it? Because square root of 4 square is 4. If you take this term 4 inside the square root, it becomes 4 square. Because you know that square root of 4 square is always 4, right? So 4 लाई हामी square root भित्र हाल्दा के भएर पस्छ रे? 4 square भएर पस्छ. ठीक छ? So is equal to root over 5 into 4 square is 16. You know that. Is equal to root over 16 5s are what? 80. Root over 80. So if you subtract root over 5 from root over 125, what do we get? We get root over 80. So A is the correct option. Clear? So number A, root over 80 is correct. So this is number A, root over 80 is the correct option. Is that clear? So you can copy it. So now we will do question number 5, that is 10A number 5. This is also multiple choice question type. Okay, the product of 5 minus root 3 into root 3 minus 1 into 5 plus root 3 into root 3 plus 1 is, which is the correct option? You have to choose it, right? Number A 22, number B 44, number C 2, and number D 11. Which is the correct option? You have to check it. Okay, so the solution is, so it is given 5 minus root 3 minus 1, 5 plus root 3, and this is root 3 plus 1, right? So in this case, this is 5 minus root 3. You have to write down the two terms together. Which two terms will you write together now? So you know that 5 minus root 3 is conjugate root is 5 plus root 3, or the rationalizing factor of 5 minus root 3 is 5 plus root 3. You should write these two together, right? 5 minus root 3 into 5 plus root 3. Is that clear? Next, what is the rationalizing factor of root 3 minus 1? It is root 3 plus 1. So write these two terms together, that is second and the fourth factor, right? So it is root 3 minus 1 into this is root 3 plus 1. Is that clear? Now in this case, a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. This also a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square, right? So is equal to, what is a whole square? This is 5 whole square minus, what is b whole square? It is root 3 whole square. Is that right? Next, within second bracket, again this is a minus b into a plus b. Same formula, a square minus b square, that is, it is root 3 whole square minus 1 whole square, right? So that is your a square minus b square. A plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square, right? So which is equal to, in the next step, what is 5 whole square? What is 5 whole square? It is 25 minus, what is root 3 whole square? 3. Then next, what is root 3 whole square? This is 3 minus, what is 1 whole square? That is 1. So now what is 25 minus 3? It is 22 into 3 minus 1 is 2. What is 22 multiplied by 2? That is your, what? It is 44. So which is the correct option? This number B44 is correct. Number B44 is correct. So is it clear now? So you can copy it. We'll do the next question now. So now let us do another type of question, that is question number B. Let us write whether the following statements are true or false. You have to check whether the given statements are true or false. Okay. So now number 1, root over 75 and root over 147 are similar surds. Is the statement true or false? You have to check it. So now first of all, the first surd is given as root over 75. Right? So you have to simplify it. You have to convert it into simple surd. What is 75? It is 25 into 3. Right? Root over 75 can be simplified as root over 25 into 3. So what is root over 25? Square root of 25 is 5. Then this is root over 3. Right? Now again root over 147 is there, which is equal to root over, now how to write it? Suppose it is 3 into, now divide 147 by 3, what do we get? 3 4s are 12, 27, 3 9s are 27, right? That means 49 multiplied by 3 will be 147. And what is square root of 49? It is 7 root over 3. What is square root of 49? It is 7, right? What is square root of 49? It is 7 root over 3. So now root over 75 is simplified as 5 root 3. Root over 147 is simplified as 7 root 3. Since these two surds are equal, this is root over 3, this is root over 3. But it is 7 root 3, but it is 5 root over 3. That means these are similar surds, isn't it? Because both the terms contain root over 3 as a surd, right? So these are known as similar surds. That means the given statement is true. Therefore, the given statement is true. The given statement is what? It is true, right? So now, for this first part, the answer is the given statement is true. Now for the second part, root over pi. Is root over pi a quadratic surd? Is it true or false? So root over pi means root over, it is 22 by 7, or it may be root over 3.14 like that, isn't it? So if it is a decimal, if you want to get the square root of decimal fraction or decimal number, that is root over 3.14, it is not a quadratic surd. यसलाई quadratic surd भनेर भन्दैन. If it is square root of integer, if it is square root of integer or whole number, it is square root of integer, or if it is square root of whole number, that is a surd. But if it is a fraction or decimal number, it is not a surd. Okay? So root over pi is a quadratic surd. No, the statement is false. So therefore, the statement is false. So the statement is false. So this is the answer. So number one, the statement is true. But second one, root over pi is not a quadratic surd, because pi means it is a fraction 22 by 7, or if you divide it approximately, we can get its value as 3.14, which is not the exact value, right? So square root of decimal number is not a quadratic surd, right? So the statement is false, right? So now we'll do the next question. So now let's do another type of question, that is, let us fill in the blanks. Okay, so now number one is 5 root over 11 dash number, is it rational or irrational? So can you get exact square root of root over 11? So if you find out the square root of root over the if you find out the square root of 11, if you find out the square root of 11, you will not get the whole number. You will get answer in terms of decimal. So you can't get the exact square root of root over 11. That means you will get approximate value of root over 11. So this is irrational number, right? So if you get exact square root of a number, then that is your rational number. But if you don't get exact square root of a number, then that is known as irrational number, right? So this is known as what? Irrational number. Is that clear? Now, number 2. Conjugate sort of root over 3 minus 5 is what? So this is your root over 3 is irrational part, and minus 5 is the rational part. Okay? So in order to write down the conjugate sort of this one, you should keep the rational number as it is, that is minus 5 remains same, but you have to change the sign of the irrational part. Okay? That is, if this is plus root 3, you should write minus root 3. So what is the conjugate sort of root over 3 minus 5? It is minus 5, that is rational part remains same, minus 5. But instead of irrational part or sort, you should write minus root over 3. Is that clear? So what is the conjugate sort of root over 3 minus 5? It is minus 5 minus root over 3. Is that clear now? So next, number 3. So now, for number 3, if the product and sum of two quadratic sorts is a rational number. So you have got two quadratic sorts. Okay, you have got two quadratic sort. If you find out their product as rational number and also their sum as rational number, then the sorts are dash sorts banera sodhin daise. So what type of sorts is that? If the product of two quadratic sort is a rational number, if the sum of two quadratic sort is also a rational number, then that type of sorts are known as which sorts? Okay. So now let us take an example. Suppose one of the quadratic sort is a plus root b, and other one is a minus root over b. Okay. So what is the product? Its product should be rational number, right? It should be free from square root now. So let us find out its product. A plus root b into a minus root b is equal to a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square, isn't it? That is a whole square minus root over b whole square is equal to, this is a square minus b. So square root is removed from here, isn't it? So this is your rational number. This is your what? This is your rational number, right? Let us find out their summation. Let us find out their summation, right? So therefore a plus root b plus a minus root b. So here root b gets cancels, which is equal to what? 2a. This is also a rational number. This is also a rational number. That is, product of these two numbers, a plus root b and a minus root b, is a rational number. And the sum of these two numbers is also a rational number. So these two sorts are known as what? Here, the rational part. Here the rational part are same, a. Only the irrational parts are different. If it is plus, this is minus. So these two sorts are known as what? Conjugate sorts. I just told you about this conjugate sort in question number 2 just now. Okay? So this a plus root b and a minus root b are known as what? These are known as conjugate sorts. So if the product and sum of the two quadratic sorts is a rational number, then the sorts are what? Conjugate sorts. You should write here conjugate sorts. So in the fill up the gaps, you should write, in fill in the blanks, you should write conjugate sorts. Is that clear to all of you? So let's do the next question now. So now, let's do question number 11. This is of short answer type question. So in this case, each question carries 2 marks, right? So now 11 number 3. Let us write two mixed quadratic sorts of which product is a rational number. You have to write down two mixed quadratic sorts. What do you mean by mixed quadratic sort? Mixed quadratic sort भनेपछि के हो? एउटा rational number, एउटा rational number plus अर्को चाहिँ के हुनु पर्यो? Irrational number. Rational number means whole number, and irrational number means square root number, that is root over some number, square root of number, whose exact square root cannot be determined. That is your irrational number, and this rational number is the whole number, right? That is rational number plus irrational number. That is known as the mixed quadratic sorts. So you have to write down two mixed quadratic sorts of whose product is a rational number, right? So if you write a plus root over b, here a is the rational part and b is the irrational part. Together with these two, it is known as quadratic sorts. Suppose the other sort is a minus root over b, right? If you write a plus root b, then you should write a minus root b such that their product will be a rational number. Rational number means there should be no square root term if you multiply them. Okay? So now, if you multiply these two, what do we get? A plus root b into a minus root b. What do we get? This is a whole square minus root over b whole square, which is equal to, what is a whole square? A square minus what is root over b whole square? It is b. That is, square root is removed here. That means this is known as what? Rational number. This is known as what? This is known as rational number. Is that clear now? So what is this answer? What are the two mixed quadratic sorts? It is a plus root over b and a minus root over b such that their product is what? It is a rational number. Okay? So its answer will be, अब तिमीले चाहिँ खाली answer मा चाहिँ के लेख्छ? यो देखाइरहनु पर्दैन. No need of showing all these things, right? You just have to write the two mixed quadratic sorts are the two mixed quadratic. The two mixed quadratic sorts are a plus root b and a minus root b. So these are the two mixed quadratic sorts, right? So its answer is the two mixed quadratic sorts are a plus root b and a minus root over b. So this is the answer. Is that clear now? So we'll do the next question now. Now let's do next question, that is 11 number 4. Let us write what should be subtracted from root over 72 to get root over 32, right? What should be subtracted from? What should be subtracted from root over 72 to get root over 32? Root over 72 बाट कति घटाउँदा चाहिँ root over 32 आउँछ भनेर भन्दैछ. That is the question. What should be subtracted from root over 72 to get root over 32? Okay, so let's do the solution now. Let x should be subtracted. Let x should be subtracted from root over 72. So root over 72 बाट चाहिँ हामी कति घटाउँदैछौं? x घटाउँदैछौं to get what? Root over 32. So I will write it as an equation. Root over 72 बाट कति घटाउँदैछौं? x घटाउँदैछौं to get what? Root over 32. Right? Let us simplify it. Or minus x is equal to root over 32 minus root over 72. So you cannot subtract your 32 minus 72, right? You have to simplify the surds. Is that clear? You have to simplify the surds, right? Minus x is equal to root over, how do you write 32? 16 multiplied by 2. Because you can get the exact square root of 16, that is 4, isn't it? Similarly, minus, how do you write 72? There is exact square root of 36. So you should write 36 into 2. Is that clear? So, or it is minus x is equal to, what is square root of 16? It is 4 root 2. You cannot get the exact square root of 2. So write down root 2 minus, what is the exact square root of 36? It is 6. It is 6 root 2, right? Or minus x is equal to, what is 4 root 2 minus 6 root 2? It is just like 4a minus 6a. 6 एप्पल बाट 4 एप्पल घटाउँदा कति हुन्छ? 2 एप्पल मात्रै हुन्छ. बुझ्यो? Similarly, 6 root 2 minus 4 root 2 is 2 root 2, right? This is your 2 root 2. Is that clear? 4 root 2 minus 6 root 2, it will be 2 root 2. But you have to write down the sign of the greater number. Which is the greater number here? 6 root 2. What is its sign? Minus. So you should write here minus. Okay? So this minus minus gets cancels. So or x is equal to 2 root 2. So you can keep the answer as it is, or you may simplify it further. That is, or x is equal to, let us take this 2 inside square root. So what does it become? If this 2 goes inside square root, it becomes 2 square, isn't it? So which is equal to, within square root, 2 into, this will be 2 square. So when this 2 goes inside square root, it becomes 2 square, or root over भित्र कति आउँछ? 4 आउँछ. ठीक छ? Or x is equal to, it is root over 8. So root over 8 is the answer. So what should be subtracted from root over 72 to get root over 32? Root over 8. Okay? So therefore root over 8 should be subtracted. So what is the answer here? Root over 8 should be subtracted from root over 72 to get root over 32. Is it clear to all of you? So you can copy it. So now we are doing question number 11.5. Okay, so this question also carries 2 marks. So write the simplified value of, you have to write down the simplified value of, this is 1 upon root 2 plus 1 plus 1 upon root 3 plus root 2 plus 1 upon root 4 plus root 3, right? So you have to get the simplified value of this given expression. So let us write down the given expression here. We have written down here. Okay, so let us simplify the denominator. So how can you simplify the denominator here? You have to remove square root from the denominator. That means you have to rationalize the denominator. What do you mean by rationalizing the denominator? I already told you. What do you mean by rationalizing the denominator? That means you have to remove square root from the denominator, right? So what is the rationalizing factor of root 2 plus 1? It is root 2 minus 1. So you have to multiply both numerator and the denominator by root 2 minus 1, right? So it is root 2 minus 1 divided by root 2 plus 1 into root 2 minus 1. Is that clear? Plus, similarly here, so let us write 1 into this one. Plus, similarly, what is the rationalizing factor of root 3 plus root 2? It is root 3 minus root 2. That means you have to multiply both numerator and the denominator by root 3 minus root 2. So 1 into root 3 minus root 2 divided by root 3 plus root 2 into root 3 minus root 2 plus. What is the third one? What is the rationalizing factor of the denominator? Root 4 plus root 3. It is root 4 minus root 3. That means you have to multiply both numerator and the denominator by root 4 minus root 3. That is 1 into root 4 minus root 3 divided by root 4 plus root 3. Then what do you write? Root 4 minus root 3. Is that clear? So now let's simplify it. So 1 into root 2. Root 2 minus 1 1 is 1 divided by, this is a plus b into a minus b. That is a square minus b square. So it is root 2 whole square minus 1 whole square plus, again multiply by 1 here. It is root 3 minus root 2 divided by, this is also a plus b into a minus b. What is the formula? A whole square. Root 3 whole square minus, what is b whole square? It is root 2 whole square, right? Then plus 1 into root 4. Root 4 minus root 3 whole divided by, now this is again a plus b into a minus b. What is the formula? A square minus b square. So it is root 4 whole square minus root 3 whole square. Is that clear? So now let's simplify it. Now you can easily simplify it. We have done already this type of problem, isn't it? Is equal to root 2 minus 1 divided by, what is root 2 whole square? Root 4, that means 2. 2 minus 1 square is 1 plus root 3 minus root 2 divided by, what is root 3 whole square? Root 9, that means 3. You can do square root minus what is root 2 whole square? 2, that is root 4, that is root 4 is 2 plus root 4 minus root 3 whole divided by, what is root over 4 whole square? That is your 4, right? What is minus, what is root 3 whole square? That is 3. Is that clear? Is equal to root 2 minus 1 divided by 1 plus root 3 minus root 2 divided by 3 minus 2 is 1 plus, what is root 4? 2. Square root of 4, exactly square root of 4 is 2. Then minus root 3 divided by, what is 4 minus 3? That is 1, right? So which is equal to, you don't have to write 1 in the denominator if there is 1 in the denominator. Okay? So if there is 1 in the denominator, you don't have to write it. So write down only the numerator, that is root 2 minus 1 plus root 3 minus root 2 plus 2 minus root 3. Is it clear to all of you? So let us simplify it. So you don't have to write 1 in this case. So plus root 2 minus root 2 will be cancelled. Root 3 minus root 3 will be cancelled. What is 2 minus 1? Which is equal to 1. So 1 is the simplified value of the given expression. Is that clear to all of you? So today also I did problems from very short answer type question. Okay. We have done MCQ. Let us fill in the blanks. Let us write whether the given statement are true or false. And this is short answer type question which carries 2 marks. Okay. So you revise all the problems that we did today, right? So if you have any problems, you can write down the comments in the comment box. Okay. So if you can't do any problem, I give you some homework, isn't it? I give you some homework. And if you can't do any problem, you can write down the problem number in the comment box, then I'll do it for you. Okay. So I'll do it for you in a paper, and I'll click that. I'll take the picture of that paper and send it to you, right? So you can copy from there and you can practice it. Is that clear? So this was is for today, right?